What is up, people, and welcome back to my Rags to Riches F1 2010 to 2014 career mode. This is the career mode where we go from one of the worst teams in F1 2010, work our way up through the ranks and through the teams, and try and get a drive for one of the best teams in F1 2014. We are here in the F1 2013 season at the Korean Grand Prix, round 14 of season 4. Now, if we have a look at the standings, currently driving for Ferrari at the moment. And if you have missed any of the previous episodes, go check them out with the playlist card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screens. And if you want to be up to date with all the rules of this series, they are down in the description below. But we're currently in 6th place at the moment, which means a Force India seat for F1 2014. Not a good race last time around at the Singapore Grand Prix. The tyres just really let us down there, and now we're trying to catch up once again to Mark Webber, Fernando Alonso and Nico Rosberg. If we can get that third place from Nico Rosberg, we will then get a Williams seat for next season, which will be a good car to drive for. 4th place will be the Ferrari, and the 5th place will be McLaren. So we'd prefer to drive for the Ferrari other than the McLaren, but we'll just have to wait and see. But so far so good. 6th place at the moment, and we're not doing too badly at all. Looking at the emails though going into today's race, you have 2 contract offers, but they're just from Marussia and Caterham, so we don't need to worry about those. But race results data from Singapore, not a good race from me. Just like I said, tyres let me down. Unfortunately, Roman Grosjean absolutely destroyed that race. Don't know where he got the pace from. Teammate challenge against Fernando Alonso. He's destroying me in that one. And the race information for the Korean Grand Prix. It's supposed to be nice and dry, which is very good news for me. I do quite well at this circuit over the last couple of races. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we could follow that chain and actually get another good result here today. But we're just going to have to wait and see as we head over to the Korean Grand Prix. Here we go then, it's that time of the episode. Once again, it's one-shot qualifying time here at the Korean Grand Prix as we come through the final corner, down towards the start-finish line, cross the line and get this lap underway. As we go down in towards turn 1, braking before the 100-meter ball. I don't know my braking point as Korean Grand Prix, and I think I've got it a little bit wrong, just a tad wrong there, down in towards turn 1, but we'll be hoping that we can make it up as the lap goes on. We do tend to run well here at the Korean Grand Prix, so fingers crossed we can do it once again. Okay, then through the final couple of corners, the street circuit sort of section here at the Korean Grand Prix. Losing the back end a little bit as we got a tad of oversteer through that penultimate corner. But around the final corner, down towards the line. It's not going to be good enough for pole position. It's way off the pace, actually. And we are all the way down in 11th place in this qualifying session. 2.1 seconds off the pace. I feel like that oversteer moment lost us quite a lot of time. And also messing up down towards turn 1 and turn 2. So we've got a lot of time to make up over the lap. I do feel like I can definitely make it up over the course of the rest of this race. But just jumping in the car and doing one hot lap isn't exactly the best preparation. So it's not too bad at the end of the day. P11, I'm quite happy with that. And I'll be hoping to make my way through the field as the race goes on. Sebastian Vettel lines up in pole position for today's race with Fernando Alonso in 2nd. Then we have Nico Rosberg 3rd and Lewis Hamilton in 4th, with Mark Webber, my rival, ahead of me in 5th. Kimi Räikkönen lines up in 6th with Nico Hülkenberg 7th. Jenson Button 8th. Sergio Perez in 9th. And no surprises this time around from Roman Grosjean as he slots in just inside the top 10. But there is myself and Paul, the rest of the 2 guys, just missing out on the top 10 here today. Any other surprises in qualifying? Not really. So let's see what we can do from 11th on the grid. It's race day here at the Korean Grand Prix as we start in 11th place for today's race. A track which I actually quite like. I really like this Korean Grand Prix, and hopefully we can get a good result here today. I do feel like there's a lot of time to be gained around the circuit, like braking earlier down in towards turn 1, a little bit later down in towards turn 2. And just sort of getting the street circuit section right as well. So hopefully we can do that over the course of the race and make up a few positions. But the race strategy for today, starting on the options, pitting for the primes on lap 5 of this 14-lap race. Cautious fuel strategy. And the teammate battle, don't need to look at that because we're getting absolutely destroyed. So there is just no point looking over there. 0% chance of rain though. So let's head down to the track and get this race underway. Sebastian Vettel returns to pole position for today's Korean Grand Prix. Then with my teammate Fernando Alonso just behind him in 2nd. There's myself in P11. Not a good qualifying session, but we didn't really have an ideal situation jumping straight into the car with 0 practice of this circuit. So hopefully we can make it up as the race goes on. So lights start to come on now. It is 5 red lights. It is lights out and away we go for the Korean Grand Prix, using a bit of our curves and putting up into Rich Mix down in towards turn 1, trying to find the perfect line up the inside of all these guys, getting the car turned in, and there we go, making up a few positions already. Once again, straight away on the curves and following in the slipstream behind Mark Webber. Now, what can we do on the guys ahead of us down in towards turn 2? They're all fighting with each other. Mark Webber having to lift off as they're all getting pinned. I want to go to the right-hand side, get the inside line down in towards turn 2. Braking later than all of these guys. Can we get the car turned in for turn 2? Yes, we can. What a move. What a move. Up the inside of all those guys, going straight up into the lead of the race. And can Fernando Alonso overtake Sebastian Vettel to make it a Ferrari 1-2? Let's wait and see as I run it very, very deep down in towards turn 3. Alonso's got the job done. And it is a 1-2 for Ferrari. Look at that. This Korean Grand Prix, we've gone from 11th all the way up into first by 3-4 corners. And that is job done. Job done for the time being. But we still need to try and hold on to it. Lap 1 over here at the Korean Grand Prix. Still got a bit of a lead there over Fernando Alonso at the moment. We get turned in for turn 1. Look at that. Perfect this time around. Braking a little bit earlier than we did in the qualifying session. And still holding on to the lead. Alonso's probably going to have a good run on us down in towards turn 2 though. So we do have to be aware of that. He's not quite got DRS just yet. So he's not able to go for the overtake. But within the next couple of laps, we're going to have to watch out for that overtaking maneuver. Okay, then it's pit stop time here at the Korean Grand Prix. I thought tyre wear was actually going to be pretty bad here. But it's not actually been that bad at all. As we go through the final corner. Running a bit wide. Okay, we are struggling with grip at the moment. But that's, you know, that's not really too much of a surprise in this race. Make sure we get turned in for the left. I do not want to overshoot that. But into the pits we go. Putting it down into lean mix of fuel. Fernando Alonso continues. Obviously, he doesn't want to come in right behind me. And hopefully, we do not get held up by anybody. Away we go. And no, we won't. We will not get held up. A 3.2 second stop. Not too bad at the end of the day. I feel like there could have been a better pit stop there. Maybe if there was only 2 cars that came in right behind me. But still, 3.2 seconds. Out in P7 at the moment. Round the out. Oh, what do you mean I get a penalty? Where am I supposed to go then? What did I do? Like, that is the pit lane exit, isn't it? Or do I have to go all the way around? Okay, maybe I have to go all the way around. Okay, maybe, yeah, I jumped the gun a little bit. Okay. Remember, guys, it's not a Gullis Gaming video unless there is a cheeky little flashback. Okay, so we will be using one there. And this time, around the outside and no penalties. A lot of rubber on the tyres, but no penalties this time around. And I feel like I will get overtaken by Daniel Ricciardo in this Toro Rosso, mate. You can overtake me, yes, but it's not really going to help you too much. So I don't know why you're doing it, Ricciardo. I do not know why you're trying to go for this overtake. I'm just going to dive up the inside, down in towards turn 2. Get the car turned in. Job done. See you later. Let's get Maldonado. Remember, I need a really, really good outlap in order to stay ahead of Fernando Alonso. Everybody else right behind me came into the pits, except Alonso. So he is critical. We need to make sure that we get past him. Oh, a mistake there through the last little section has cost me a little bit of time. It's not been the cleanest of outlaps. But down in towards turn 1, where is Fernando Alonso? There he is on the right-hand side. Will it be enough to come out ahead of my teammate? No! No, it is not. Fernando Alonso stays... Well, actually comes out ahead of me. He's done the overcut and he's done it an absolute treat at the moment. But will I get DRS on Alonso? No, I don't. I do not get a DRS on Alonso. So I'm going to have a really quick lap here to keep myself right behind my teammate. Right, here we go then through the final couple of corners. It's been a pretty decent lap compared to Fernando Alonso. I think I've gained a little bit of time on my Ferrari teammate. But will it be enough? We're going to get DRS down at this straight. Purple. We have gone quickest. That's the first time in a long time since we've gone purple in this F1 2013 season. But here we are, right behind Fernando Alonso. Can we get the job done? We're going to be following in the slipstream. Fuck it, I'm just going to use all of my curves down in towards turn 2. Here we go on Alonso, over on the right-hand side, squeezing against the wall. I didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway. And there we go, job done Alonso, back up into the lead of the race. And now let's get comfortably to the end. Come on. We need to put it down to standard mix because we are on optimal fuel. But that is exactly what we needed to do. Look at that. Another fastest lap in this Korean Grand Prix. We are absolutely flying at the moment. 0.3 of a second, though, only ahead of Fernando Alonso. So it seems like he is... Oh, Vettel goes even quicker than that. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a three-way race on our hands. Vettel was closing us up quite a bit there. He went 5 tenths quicker than us, 4 tenths quicker than us on that lap with Alonso right on my tail. So it's going to be close between the three of us. Who's going to come out on top? Fernando Alonso coming under pressure a little bit from Sebastian Vettel behind us. I don't think he's close enough to go for the overtake on my Ferrari teammate at the moment. We would love to hold on to this Ferrari 1-2. Also, it blocks Sebastian Vettel from overtaking me at the moment because I think he is a lot faster than both myself and Fernando Alonso. We'll wait and see though as this race progresses. We've got 4 laps left to go. A tight little battle between the three of us. So it's interesting to see who might come out on top. Okay, so 3 laps left to go in this Korean Grand Prix. I have Alonso right on my tail. He has Vettel all over his gearbox at the moment. There's actually a little bit of a gap now, actually, between myself and Fernando Alonso. I feel like he's going to be under some serious pressure from Sebastian Vettel right now. These guys just aren't quick enough in a straight line to challenge me down in towards turn 2. So it's going to be an easy job to get the car slowed down, get it turned in for turn 2, and stay ahead of both Alonso and Vettel right now. But it looks like Vettel just wasn't close enough either to go for the overtake on Fernando Alonso. Maybe that's because he had DRS on myself, but at the moment, something needs to budge in order for an overtake to happen. 2 laps left to go at the Korean Grand Prix. Once again, Alonso is right on my tail. Will he this time be able to go for the overtake? Webber currently in P6, Lewis Hamilton currently in P4. There's a bit of a gap though to the guys behind us. Hamilton though, he is catching us up, but the guy in 5th place is holding everybody else up at the moment. So Alonso might actually have an opportunity to go for an overtake down in towards turn 2. He is gaining on me, but will it be enough? No, it's just not enough to go for an overtake down towards turn 2. And once again, the 2 guys chasing me just can't do anything to go for an overtake. Here we go then, final lap of the Korean Grand Prix, and I have Fernando Alonso all over my gearbox this time. The arrow is very big. He is massive in my mirrors at the moment, but he's also got Sebastian Vettel on his tail with Lewis Hamilton joining the train by the end of this race. Here goes Alonso though. Over on the right-hand side, will he have the pace once again? No, he does not. Neither does Sebastian Vettel, and neither does Lewis Hamilton. Down in towards turn 2. I braked a little bit later than usual, but I still got the car turned in. And actually, that was probably the best I've done so far in this race. That was a really nice line. Alonso, though, seriously under pressure from both Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. Will there be any switches between the guys behind me? We will just have to wait and see. But in towards the left of turn 3, and in towards this very nice little section of turns 3, 4, and 5. I really like... do you know what? I absolutely love this track. I absolutely love this track, and I miss that it's not on the F1 calendar. If I could drive around this track in a 2017 car, that would be absolutely incredible. Maybe in the future. I mean, it's still under contract to maybe return in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see on that one. At the moment, I can't see it returning anytime soon. But messing up a little bit in towards that corner. That's going to allow Alonso just to catch up a tad. I feel like the guy who was running in P5 earlier is seriously slow as I've messed up into that corner. It's just sort of not concentrating too much on my driving and too much on my commentating. But there is a huge train behind the guy currently in P5. So it'd be interesting to see who is actually in P6, sorry. As we go in towards the stadium section now. Only a couple of corners left to go before we win our first race for the Ferrari team. Round the right-hander, down towards the line. It is victory here today at the Korean Grand Prix. A great result, a great race for the team, and we have absolutely smashed it. Get in. Yes, 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 yes. What a win. What a win that was here today. So happy with that, because not only did we win the race, we've done that before, but we've done it before where we've just defended like hell. This time I felt like I actually had the pace. I actually had the pace to compete with the guys behind me. Look, Lewis Hamilton's best lap time in free air was only a tenth faster than myself. Sebastian Vettel, okay, he was 4 tenths faster, but at the end of the day, he's in a lot faster car. So I'm very, very happy with that result. And yeah, decent result for myself. Lewis Hamilton, in fact, actually beating Sebastian Vettel at the end of the day. But it's a win for me today, and it's a 1-2 for the Ferrari team. What a result. What a result for us. A 1-2 for Ferrari. Absolutely incredible. Lewis Hamilton comes home in 3rd place, like I said, with Sebastian Vettel 4th. Then it's Mark Webber in 5th, with Jenson Button in 6th. Nico Rosberg down in 7th place. It was actually Jenson Button, so that's why they were all getting held up. Jenson Button not having the pace in that car, but still doing a fantastic job to put it in P6. Nico Rosberg 7th, like I said. Roman Grosjean 8th, Kimi Räikkönen 9th, and Sergio Perez getting the final championship point, with Nico Hülkenberg and Adrian Stittil just missing out on the points here today. Any surprises, any DNFs? No, not really. So let's take a look at the driver standings after today's race, and I've closed up the gap once again to Mark Webber. The gap to him is now 9 points in the championship, closing up also to Nico Rosberg and Fernando Alonso. Only 7 points closed up today on Fernando Alonso, but hopefully we can close up a few more points as the season progresses. We've got a long way left to go. We've still got Japan, India, Abu Dhabi, USA, Brazil, and then the 4 classic tracks either of Jerez, Brands Hatch, Estoril, and Imola. Whatever order those guys come in, because I'm not actually decided which order to do those races. But P6 at the moment, yes, it is a Force India seat, but we're very close to getting that McLaren seat, maybe even get the Ferrari seat again for next season, or possibly even a Williams as well. That will be quite incredible. I don't think I'm going to be able to close up to the 2 championship leaders. They're running away with it at the moment, with Sebastian Vettel now 17 points behind Lewis Hamilton. Looking at the constructors standings though, and Ferrari have made up a lot of ground today on both the teams ahead of us. 116 points is the gap to Mercedes. Red Bull have dropped off the pace massively, as the gap to Mercedes from Red Bull is now 45 points. But that is it for today's Korean Grand Prix. If you have enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so for daily Formula 1 content. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. And I will see you next time at the Japanese Grand Prix. But until then, it's goodbye from me.